electric cars are having a moment.
The demand for electric vehicles is booming worldwide.
Toyota is planning some exciting additions. The carmaker has filed a trademark for the Land Cruiser FJ brand in Japan, suggesting a new vehicle, following the acquisition of the Land Hopper moniker, which we now know was used for an electric three-wheeler prototype. While the specific application of the name at the Japanese Patent Office is unclear at this time, we do know that Toyota is hard at work on a new compact SUV to join the ranks of the 250 and 300 series of its full-size Land Cruiser line. Toyota gave a hint about a smaller vehicle alongside a mystery teaser photo during the unveiling of the Land Cruiser 250 series, a modern off-roader blended with retro characteristics that is headed for multiple countries including the United States, Canada, and Europe. Although Toyota has not yet made any formal announcements, rumors have it that this compact SUV will be a true off-roader, setting it apart from the norm for crossovers. Land Cruiser Forum members were the first to spot the trademark, but without more information it's hard to say whether or not it will be used for the compact SUV. If so, it would be a fitting monument to the FJ Cruiser, whose manufacture was just recently halted worldwide, long after it had left the North American market in 2014. That could explain why the Toyota SUV teased earlier this year looks similar to the one being phased out. There's speculation that the new vehicle will borrow the FJ Cruiser's name and basic design, but will be considerably scaled down in size. It has been reported from Japan that the new model will have a wheelbase comparable to the Toyota Corolla Cross, but with far more off-road oriented dimensions and amenities. Which platform architecture it will employ, and whether it will be a body-on-frame design or a unibody build, which may not sit well with die-hard fans of the moniker, is unknown. The Corolla Cross, the bigger RAV4, and the Prius with a more sophisticated hybrid powertrain are all viable options when it comes to Toyota's engine lineup. In keeping with Toyota's dedication to staying ahead of the curve, it's also possible that it may switch to an all-electric drivetrain in the future, given the dynamic nature of the auto business. This small addition to the ever-expanding Land Cruiser lineage certainly has our attention as it prepares for a potential confrontation with popular challengers like the Ford Bronco Sport, regardless of whether it embraces the Land Cruiser FJ moniker or not. And while we wait for further information, let's check what's exciting about the upcoming 2024 Land Cruiser. Although the Camry and Prius may be their most recognizable models, Toyota is really more of a brand for car fans. You may chuckle at the concept, but the business actually produces two sports cars, a hot hatch, a pickup truck with an emphasis on overlanding, and a body-on-frame SUV with genuine off-road performance. There is one vehicle, however, that has been prominently missing from the American market: the Land Cruiser. When it was first introduced to the American market in 1958, the SUV immediately became one of Toyota's most successful models. Over the course of several decades, the Land Cruiser expanded and improved, becoming the enormous and opulent SUV it is today, with a price tag of $85,515. This made it too similar to the Lexus LX, and after years of slow sales, the model was discontinued in 2021. The Land Cruiser will be back in 2024, after a lengthy redesign, with a starting price in the mid-$50,000 range. In exchange for saving about $30,000, we are receiving the smaller Prado 250 type rather than the larger Land Cruiser 300 that was introduced a little over 2 years ago. The model's designers should be commended for achieving a successful balance between a throwback to classic Land Cruisers and a more current, robust aesthetic. The final design is pleasing to the eye, however it borrows certain styling cues from the Lexus GX. There are 3 distinct Land Cruiser models available: the Standard model, a Limited Edition model, and a Launch Edition model. Standard equipment on the base 1958 Land Cruiser included round headlights, black bodywork, and 18-inch wheels shod with all-terrain rubber. The Land Cruiser version looks very similar, but its rectangular LED headlights are a throwback to the 1980s FJ62. More items in body color, bigger tires, and color-changing fog lights round out the package. As the release date draws nearer, we are expected to receive more information, but the model already looks strong thanks to its clean, functional lines and durable exterior. In addition, the optional Heritage Blue exterior looks great against the grayscape roof, giving buyers a taste of the past. While the outside styling is fairly self-explanatory, there are a few notable features to note, such as the liftgate's flip-up rear glass. This is an unusual sight in modern vehicles, and owners can gain quick and easy access to the trunk by pressing a button discreetly located on the left side of the vehicle. Dog owners, especially those who prefer to take their pets on trips, will find this to be a useful addition. Another thing that stands out about the Land Cruiser, especially to those accustomed to crossovers, is the tall step in height. Given the off-road orientation and the increased ground clearance of 8.7 inches, 221 millimeters, compared to a regular four-door Bronco, this is to be expected. The optional side steps, however, make the low step in height much more manageable. In contrast to the throwback styling of the exterior, the cabin is up to date with features like a digital instrument cluster and an 8 or 12.3-inch infotainment system. The smaller display includes plastic fillers on the edges, which contribute to the cabin's overall low-end vibe. With that in mind, the interior is largely unimpressive due to its synthetic feel and lack of character. A few glossy black highlights and metallic flourishes try to liven up the cabin, but the overall effect is cheap, which is not what you want to hear when the base price is above $50,000. The Land Rover Defender, which retails for the same amount, also features a robust cabin but seems and feels much more solid because of its increased size. One plus is that the controls are conveniently located and organized. There are also some lovely features, such as turbine-style air vents and a sleek transfer case which Toyota hasn't revealed the 1958 Land Cruiser's whole feature set, but we do know that the driver's seat is heated and upholstered in fabric. There has a 2,400 watts AC outlet, 6 speakers, and wireless smartphone charging for purchasers' convenience. A 12.3-inch infotainment display, 10 speakers, and heated and ventilated Softex front seats are just a few of the upscale features that come standard on the Land Cruiser model. The premium package adds leather, a 14-speaker JBL premium audio system, and a moonroof. Moreover, a digital rear-view mirror and a heads-up display accompany them. The front seats are very bolstered and a tad uncomfortable, even ignoring the technology. Nonetheless, they appear to be adequately accommodating, with enough of room for everyone. There is enough of space in the second row for both heads and legs, though it can be awkward to get in and out without catching your foot on the brackets for the front seats. Although the US market version only has seating for 5. This is mainly because of the enormous 1.87 kWh nickel-metal hydride battery pack that is located beneath the second row and necessitates a lot of storage area. Side-by-side comparisons reveal that the hybrid's rear load floor is a few inches higher than that of the non-hybrid model. Though Toyota can't offer a third row because to the battery, this model does come standard with a drink container for passengers in the back. A cost-cutting measure, perhaps, but at least useful for outdoor events like tailgating and camping. In addition to those unique features, the second row seats fold and tumble to grant access to the imaginary third row. The lack of fold-flat seating in the second row is a bummer, despite the fact that the configuration may have its advantages. Both the Land Cruiser and the Tacoma share the same body-on-frame platform and iForce Max hybrid drivetrain as part of Toyota's latest redesign initiative. The latter consists of a turbocharged 2.4-liter four-cylinder engine, the aforementioned battery, and an 8-speed automatic transmission with an integrated electric motor, and it is standard on the SUV. The Land Cruiser's 326 horsepower and 465 pound-feet of torque disprove the stereotype that hybrids are dull and lethargic. Importantly, Toyota has speculated that this vehicle can achieve 27 miles per gallon in combined driving. An astounding 296 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque are produced by the Defender 110 standard turbocharged 2.0-liter four-cylinder engine. In addition, the premium SUV has a significantly lower gas mileage of 17 miles per gallon in the city, 20 miles per gallon on the interstate, and 18 miles per gallon overall. However, the Land Cruiser's rating isn't finalized just yet, so keep that in mind. And that ends today's episode. What are your thoughts on the upcoming Land Cruiser FJ and the 2024 Land Cruiser? Share your thoughts in the comment box below. If you've watched up to this point, thank you so much. For more videos about EVs, Toyota, Tesla, Ford, and the most recent auto news, please consider subscribing to Tech Addicts.